What if I told you there's a free trick, yes, absolutely free, that can instantly fix rough idling, poor fuel economy, sluggish acceleration, and even some electrical glitches? A trick that takes less than 10 minutes, requires no tools, and is so simple you'll wonder why mechanics never told you about it. Here's the kicker. Many professionals do know about it, but they won't mention it because it could cost them hundreds of dollars in diagnostic fees and minor repair jobs. Sound too good to be true? Stick with me until the end, because I'm going to show you exactly what this reset is, why it works, and how it could make your car run like new again, without spending a dime. Modern vehicles are essentially computers on wheels, with dozens of sensors and modules constantly collecting data. Your car is designed to adapt to your driving style and environment. Over time, these systems learn how you drive. Heavy foot? The car adapts to aggressive throttle inputs. Lots of city driving? The transmission adjusts to shorter shift patterns. Different fuel qualities? The engine modifies timing to prevent knocking. This adaptive learning is great until it isn't. If a sensor gets a little dirty, a spark plug weakens, or you have a temporary issue like a clogged injector that eventually clears, your car may still hold on to the old bad data. This leads to symptoms like rough idle even after a tune-up, hesitation when accelerating, reduced fuel economy, transmission shifts feeling off. The good news? Most of these learned parameters can be reset in minutes. The secret reset: clearing the ECU adaptive memory. Your car's engine control unit, ECU, holds all that learned data. Resetting it erases the bad habits and forces the vehicle to relearn fresh settings based on your current, properly functioning components. This often fixes problems that don't trigger check engine lights, but still affect drivability. Why mechanics don't mention this? It's often their first diagnostic step, but they get paid for running scans and recommending parts. Telling you how to do it yourself means you might not come back for minor issues. How to do the free reset, no tools required. Method 1, battery disconnect, most common. Turn off your vehicle completely. Open the hood and locate your battery. Use a wrench or even your hands, if you have quick release terminals, to disconnect the negative terminal first, then the positive. Press and hold the brake pedal or turn on the headlights for 30 seconds. This drains residual power and clears memory from the ECU and related modules. Reconnect the positive terminal first, then the negative. Start the car and let it idle for 5 minutes. Method 2, fuse pull, for some cars. Many vehicles have a dedicated ECU fuse you can remove for 10 minutes instead of disconnecting the battery. Check your owner's manual for the location labeled ECU or ECM. Method, secret key and pedal sequence. For newer cars, some newer models have built-in reset sequences involving pressing the accelerator and brake pedals in a specific order while turning the ignition on. This avoids losing radio presets and clock settings. You can easily find your specific model sequence online. What happens after resetting? When you reset your car's ECU, the adaptive fuel trims are cleared, meaning the engine relearns how much fuel to inject. Transmission shift points reset to factory defaults and adapt again based on how you drive. Idle control resets, often smoothing out vibrations. Throttle response recalibrates, eliminating that laggy feeling many cars develop over time. Important note: after a reset, the car may run a little rough for the first 50 to 100 miles as it relearns optimal settings. This is normal and temporary. Real-world example. A 2015 Toyota Camry owner experienced sluggish acceleration and inconsistent idle despite replacing spark plugs and cleaning the throttle body. A shop quoted $250 for diagnostic recalibration. Instead, he performed a battery disconnect reset at home for free, and within 2 days, The car was running smooth, throttle response improved, and fuel economy increased by 2 mpg. This isn't an isolated case. Many DIY car enthusiasts have reported similar results on vehicles from Honda Civics to Ford F-150s, proving just how powerful and simple this trick can be. Why it works. Psychologically too. Besides the mechanical benefits, this trick gives you peace of mind. Knowing your car is running on fresh, optimal settings removes that something feels off anxiety many drivers have. It also changes how you approach car ownership. Instead of thinking, something is wrong, I need a mechanic, you first think, maybe it just needs a reset. That mindset saves stress and money. What else resets when you do this? Aside from engine parameters, this trick can also reset. Throttle position calibration. Over time, electronic throttles lose responsiveness. Resetting ECU data forces the car to recalibrate throttle position, often eliminating that dead pedal feel. Transmission learning. Automatic transmissions learn how you drive. After years of stop-and-go traffic, they might shift too soon or too late. Resetting brings them back to factory smoothness before learning your fresh habits. Idle control. Some cars develop a shaky idle because the ECU compensates for minor issues that no longer exist, like an old dirty sensor you already cleaned. Resetting allows it to rebalance airflow and fuel injection, fuel economy settings. With old trim data cleared, your engine can relearn for optimal combustion, often increasing MPG by 1 to 3 points depending on condition. When to use this reset trick? You don't need to do it every week, but you should consider it when you've replaced key components, spark plugs, coil packs, sensors, injectors, throttle body, or even the battery. You've had inconsistent performance, poor throttle response, sluggish acceleration, or unusual transmission behavior. After a repair, especially if your car had an issue causing poor running for weeks or months, buying a used car, resetting erases the previous owner's driving habits, letting the car adapt to you. Common myths about resetting. It will damage my car. Not true. The ECU is designed to be reset. Even dealerships do this as part of certain repair procedures. I'll lose all my radio presets and clock settings. Maybe, depending on your car, but that's minor compared to improved performance. If that bothers you, look up your car's fuse-only reset procedure, which often keeps radio memory intact. It's a temporary fix. Problems will come back. If you have a mechanical or sensor problem, yes, the ECU will relearn bad habits again. This reset is for cars with no major issues, but poor adaptive learning. It's like starting fresh, not hiding a real problem. The Free Reset Plus Maintenance Combo. Want to maximize results? Pair this reset with a clean air filter. Gives your engine a fresh start with optimal airflow. Clean MAF sensor, so the ECU has accurate data to work with after resetting. Properly inflated tires, to improve load and fuel economy data post-reset. When combined, these simple steps make your car feel smoother, more efficient, and newer, often for under $20 or free if you already have supplies. Real-world success story. Take Dave, who drives a 2013 Ford Escape with 160,000 miles. He complained about sluggish acceleration and thought his transmission was failing because of weird shifting. After watching a reset tutorial, he disconnected the battery, pressed the brake pedal for 45 seconds, and let the car idle for 5 minutes before driving. The next day, his Escape shifted smoothly, throttle lag disappeared, and fuel economy improved from 22 mpg to 25 mpg. He spent $0 and canceled his $300 transmission inspection appointment. Stories like Dave's are common because this trick resets issues that seem expensive but are really just bad memory in the car's brain. Why mechanics don't advertise. There's nothing unethical about mechanics keeping quiet. It's their job to diagnose and repair cars. But think about it. If every driver knew how to reset their ECU, many small issues, like rough idle or minor transmission shifts, wouldn't turn into paid diagnostic sessions. That's why this trick feels like something they don't want you to know. Your challenge. Here's what I want you to do. Check your owner's manual for the safe way to disconnect or reset your ECU. Perform the reset exactly as described. Drive for at least 50 to 100 miles and notice changes in throttle response, idle smoothness, and fuel economy. Then, drop a comment below. Did it work? Did your car feel different? Your experience might help someone save hundreds of dollars in unnecessary repairs. Final thoughts. Cars are smarter than ever, but even smart systems can learn bad habits. A simple reset is like restarting your phone when it acts sluggish. It's not magic, it's just giving the system a clean slate. For zero cost, zero special tools, and just a few minutes of your time, you could fix small performance issues that would otherwise have you reaching for your wallet at the repair shop. And the best part? It's completely free. So, next time your car feels a little off but isn't throwing any error codes, try this trick before spending big money. It might just make your car feel like new again. And now, you know what some mechanics don't want to tell you.